Hello, and welcome to another episode of Creative Emotions, where I am your host, Vaquita Taylor. You probably know me as Q, but you gonna get this good energy, these good vibes, and you gonna get this love because I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. You heard me? So I want to thank you guys for joining us this evening, and make sure you tune in every Wednesday at 6 p.m. That's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. It is a couple of ways that you can reach me at Creative Emotions 4. That is my email. You can reach me on IG, Q Rising, Vaquita Taylor on YouTube. You can go to my website, The Creative Emotions, where you can get the t-shirts, I Speak Life. You can book a session where I can do poetry for your next event. Did you know that I was for hire? I am a poet for hire. Listen, I bring the fire. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Listen, I will come and make a personalized poem just for you for whatever occasion, whether it's your anniversary, it's graduation, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be a church event, it can be personal event, whatever it is, I will come and make that real for you. Again, you can reach me at Creative Emotions 4 on Facebook. You can email me at creativeemotions3@gmail. You can reach me on Instagram, Q Rising. And just hit me up. Listen, let's kick it. So today we're going to talk about entrepreneurship in the pandemic. This has been real for a lot of people, and we have definitely been very creative as a people. This global pandemic has brought about a bloom in startup, new companies, and even companies that have been around that are trying to keep themselves afloat. Not even trying. They are keeping themselves afloat, just revamping and doing things different. So I give a shout out to those businesses. Look, it's been hard. But you guys have been doing it. I've been seeing the come up is real for a lot of businesses. So I believe that this was God's original intent for people who worked all their lives to kind of step back from the redundancy of things that's going on and really look at your life and say, what can I do? Like, what do I have? To really look at yourself and say, God bless the work of my hands. So what does that look like? That's Deuteronomy 28:12. So if you look up that scripture, it's a promise from God that he will bless you in your season and that he will bless the work of your hands. So what has God told you to do? What have your spirit told you to do? What has you told you to do and that you haven't done? Get busy. Listen, all we have to do is start. You start to finish. And a lot of times we don't because, again, like I talked about last week, that fear might set in and you looking like, oh, I can and I haven't, or nobody in my family did it, or, we have all of these things that are against us. But I want to encourage you today that make the plan, make the business plan, whatever it is you have to do, because, okay, everybody do it different. But society tells you, yes, get a business plan. You do it this way. You do this. It's steps to it. So figure out what you need to do and do it. So the pandemic has pushed people to be self-sufficient and to create new streams of income. So have you seen somebody that just started and now they booming and blooming, they doing it? Like, that's really all that we have to do. I feel like a lot of times we kind of set ourselves back. And for some people, this situation has done just the opposite. It has really set them back. And so, I want to send love and light to those people who hasn't gotten it. They're not around people that can help them flourish or that can give them that encouragement. And so I actually pray for those people that you may also find that gold that's inside of you and that you may be able to have that extra stream of income, that you will look into how God blessed your hands. No, it's not just other people. It's you too. So figure it out, boo. Okay? Listen, there are a couple of observations that I've noticed for my personal experience that has worked. So just learning to adapt to different things, learning to get into an environment and figure it out. Don't sit to the back. Like, really look, ask questions. Just, when you think about this stock and how, this stuff has been going on for years. People have set their lives up, their children up. And I'm going to say black people just getting a whiff of it. You get one and you like, oh, I got to share. Oh, I'm doing it. So learn to adapt to the different changes that's happening around you. Educating yourself. I've been trying to get my associate's degree since I got out of high school. But I did it. I went to school. I just graduated in May, and I got my degree. And so it was like, nobody can do it for you. Nobody can do your doing. So get out there and educate yourself. Researching things that you love. What is it that you love to do? What is it that you're good at? That's important to try to get into that field, because, when it's your heart, just like I'm sitting here talking to you, this is my heart. This is what I do on the normal. This is what I do on the regular. So this is life to me, and I hope that whatever I speak is life to you. I'm thinking creatively. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We try to come and we try to get this big bang, and it's like, okay, they've been selling waters at the corner. If they making some money doing that, and that's what you got, do it. So you just got to figure out what it is that works for you. Moving, just having that action. I know we got this whole manifestation buzz going around, and I believe in it, definitely. I believe that when you put your work in, you will get what you put in. And, I think we're speaking about manifestation like it's a ghost, I'm going to manifest this and it's just going to happen. No, you have to put some work into it, and you have to have some action behind it. So what are you doing? Yes, I know you see the car, but how's your credit? How you gonna get it? Ain't nothing gonna just break, boom, and bang, I manifest this. No, we have work to do, and it happens in our mind and our thinking. Right, that's true, but it's not just going to happen. So we have to have that action behind it. What are you doing? Where's your to-do list? How are you getting it done? So that's important. Networking. Listen, we have to network. It's it's different now because of the pandemic, but now you got DMs, you got inboxes. I mean, listen, it's different ways to network. So you got to figure out how is that working for you and make it work. We're talking about entrepreneurship in the pandemic. How does that look for you? How have you seen people function in this pandemic, being entrepreneurs? I know I've seen people struggle and I've seen people come up. And so it's just different for different people. It's whatever season that they're in. And you don't know how long a person been grinding. That's a whole nother situation. So we are currently in a non-traditional world where nothing is really normal. So stop looking for it. It's not normal. It's not normal. And I don't know if it ever will be, and it's okay, because that goes back to what I talked about, learning to adapt. We have to learn how to adapt to our surroundings and what's going on. So Forbes magazine talks about pivoting, and pivoting is a term, it's centering, relying. So when it ain't working, pivot. Turn, move around, change your environment. That's huge. This unprecedented time in history has forced many entrepreneurs into a world of rapid learning and significant change. And so my guest for this evening has done just that, okay? We talking about the CEO and owner of Valleygirl Hair, Erika Johnson. I want to welcome you to Creative Emotion. You are welcome. Listen, these beautiful ladies that be coming on here, listen, okay? So I want to ask you a couple of questions. Okay. When it comes to entrepreneurship in this pandemic. What was your inspiration 9 years ago when you started this very successful business that you have?
So when I first started Valleygirl Hair Collection, it began with just money. I wanted to earn some money.
Period. Be honest.
And yes, that's the honest God truth.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired of working the 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
I was tired of or 9 to 5, sometimes even later hours than that. I was tired of working for other people.
I know that's right.
When I knew that I had a special gift myself, which was dealing with people and providing excellent customer service.
Mm-hmm.
But then I seen a gap in the hair industry, and I was like, they are making a lot of money doing this. I can do this.
I missed it.
I got to get in this.
Yeah.
And so I started Valleygirl Hair Collection. I originally started with the business owner, and then I brought her out, and I continue on with it because I had such a drive where our drives just kind of didn't match.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And so my drive was just a lot harder than hers. And so I brought her out, and I just began to do it myself.
Just going hard.
Yes. And so I was selling hair out the trunk of my car, and and then I started from there, and it went from there to an office to a store. But the biggest motive at first, starting Valleygirl Hair Collection, was definitely I wanted some money.
Period. Because listen, women love their hair now.
Yeah.
That is like the biggest money making. Listen, lashes and hair,
$4 billion. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Multi-million, right?
Yeah,
That's
billion.
Like for you personally, like multi-million.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what's up, making that bread.
Yeah.
Listen, so how has your priority changed, like, from when you first started? Like, how has, like, the urgency, is it more of a demand? Like, how has that priority changed?
So, just like I said, I definitely started for money. But then I became in love with hair.
Beauty.
And in providing a excellent product that my customers didn't have to go to the beauty supplies anymore, and they didn't have to go and spend hair buy hair every single week. I wanted a product that could last them a year or 2 years. Good quality hair. So that's then it became a passion for me.
Yeah.
And so I stopped worrying about the money part, because the money is going to come.
It does.
It comes regardless to the fact.
Yeah.
And so I stopped worrying about money, and I started putting the passion into it and making sure that my client had the best that I can offer, the best wigs I can offer. And then frontals and closures came and all that. And I was like, I had to experiment. I had to use everything on myself first. Like my hairline is back now, y'all. Because
you must have been taking that boy down.
Oh my gosh, I had to do it all to make sure that I was doing everything correctly. So, so that's how it changed. It changed from money to
having a heart for what you really do.
Passion, and just being like, I gotta put the best that I can offer out. My best foot forward. Yeah.
That's good. Oh man, that's amazing. How, like, so that's a busy life, because you have to go to different conventions and stuff. Don't they have, like, different hair conventions, or just like clothes, right? So it's different places where you can see different hair and things like that.
Yeah. So the biggest one is in China, which, as you spoke about the pandemic, that definitely hurt me a whole lot, because I used to go there at least 6 times a year.
Wow.
I haven't been able to go. So, they don't even allow us over there anymore. No. Well, they may be opening some parts back up. But even with getting hair, North Korea plays a big part in the industry, and they're shut down completely. You can't get anything from North Korea into China.
Oh, wow.
And so, speaking of that, like, the industry has definitely changed far as conventions and things like that, because we no longer can really travel to. So now you really have to trust what they're saying over emails and over WhatsApp and things like that.
Have you learned some lessons?
Yeah, what? I have been.
Oh, you've been good.
I have been blessed to have the best factory there is to offer for 9 years. I have not been a switcher. I have been a person who has told them, hey, I don't like this. Hey, can we change this? Hey, can I send you a sample so that we can make this look like this? Because this is what I need it to look like. So I've been really blessed with just being able to have a great factory that has listened to me over 9 years. So I'm good. I'm good.
Look. You hear me? What are you doing? So how do you balance business, home, your wife, your mother, your personal life?
Yeah.
Like, how do you balance all of that?
So in the beginning, I would say that it was very hard having 2 kids and having the husband and all that kind of stuff. But now I think I got it down to a T. I definitely take time for myself. Like yesterday, I did not want to go to work, and I didn't.
Period. Won't he do it? Give me that, Lord.
And
I'm ready.
And that's and I tell people that all the time, that is goal for your company. The goal is to be able to leave the doors of that company and still know that it's being ran properly, and it's still
the way you set it up,
and the money is still flowing in, and it's all good. And I have cameras everywhere in my salon. I have cameras. I have in my store. I have cameras, so I can see exactly what's going on. And my girls, if they need anything, they have all of the guidelines, all the books, because my thing is don't call me.
Period.
Don't call me unless the story is like going down. It's on fire. It's on fire.
Just let me have a day.
Exactly. So just taking that time out. Sometimes you have to take days off. Like Saturday and Sunday are my days off.
Okay.
Really, those are really the days I like to take off. Saturday and Sunday, and then shutting that phone down. You got to shut that phone down around 5, 6 o'clock.
5 or 6
sometimes.
Oh wow,
yeah.
That's early.
Yeah, sometimes I shut it down. I would shut it down. The most I'll go to is 8 o'clock.
Okay,
and then with dealing with your vendors, because we're on a different time. So like around 8 o'clock, you do kind of got to pick up that phone and talk to your vendors. To make, But my transactions are different. Sometimes I'll send them an order way at 4 o'clock, and they're sending me a tracking number. Money is paid. I'm good.
You get it over
and I gotta
with.
go. So just being proactive and just and you got to take some days off, because I used to believe a long time ago no sleep. You know how everybody say like no sleep. That like if you ain't got no money, then you shouldn't be having. I believe in that you need, 8 hours of sleep. You need 8 hours of sleep to recharge the brain.
What is that saying, Miles? No, because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like
when people talk about no money or you ain't got no money, don't sleep. Or
if you don't have no money, you shouldn't be sleeping because you might not wake up to a good life. No, seriously. So I understand what you're saying. She at a level where she's comfortable with you.
No, it's a saying that say if you sleep or you ain't got no money or something like that. I know it's something weird, but
I forgot.
I do believe in having the proper rest.
You too.
Now you shouldn't like if you don't have nothing going on, you definitely shouldn't be sleeping, playing the game, and on TikTok and doing that. Especially if you ain't getting no money doing it. Hey, over here, hey, with 2 people watching you, like, hey,
Molly Whopping. Oh my gosh.
She gonna do it.
Listen, so that's the thing. Like, but I believe that your proper rest can reset your body. Every time we close our eyes, it's a reset, and then you get up, you feeling refreshed. Like you get 2 hours, you going around, you snapping on people, and you're nasty.
Exactly.
I have not seen you, like, the times that I've had seen you without a smile on your face.
Yeah, because I have to get my sleep. I got, and it has to, if I can't get the full 8, I definitely got to at least get my 6.
6 is good.
Yeah.
6 is good. That's good. Especially running a business that you're running.
Yep.
So what challenges did you overcome at the beginning of your journey that you can share with someone that's moving forward?
So my biggest challenges was I guess getting knowing that you can't take everybody with you. That was one thing.
Ooh.
Knowing that knowing you cannot take everybody with you. Because I always, still to this day, I still have a hard head with that.
Yeah.
Just wanting to
want
pull
everybody to make it.
everybody up with me. And it came to a time in my life where I was like, Erika, it's a go time for you.
Wow.
And I went with it.
Yeah.
And then like right now, I still try to circle back and be like, well, come on, still.
Like, hang out.
No, I'm hyped. So let's like, I still try to pull people,
Yeah.
and that's still like a big thing of mine. So knowing that everybody couldn't go with you was a big thing, and clearing your circle. I had to. That was the biggest thing.
That's real.
Yes, that's social.
Write that down too.
I had to clear my circle.
I know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of go-tos like that, but yeah.
Still to this day, I get stuck, and I still have to clear them out. But my thing now is that it's so much easier for me to let you go. Because if I
know
don't
what
see,
you're doing and how it can affect you.
If it affects me, then I have to let you go. So that was a big challenge for me.
That's huge.
Yeah, because I have a big heart, and so I always wanted to take.
How we are.
Yeah, exactly. So
I already know.
Yes, a Leo, right?
I already know.
So I want to take everybody with me, but you cannot.
You can't go. Some
go.
people can't go in the rooms. You can go in.
They can't.
Because you're like, can you come over here? Just stand right here. Don't. Like, wait a minute. Like, are we out here? Like, okay,
yes.
wait. And it's not even judging people. It's just knowing where you are and growing. Like, we supposed to grow up. When people feel like, oh, you changing or you different. No, you know what? I'm tired of being that fake humble.
Yeah.
Like, Like, I have to be this way. Like, no, I done went through a lot. I done experienced a lot. Okay, yes, I'm going to grow up. And that's okay. I don't want people to be like, oh, you think you all this and you think you that. Like, no. Yeah. And how can I possibly, even if I was all the way where I think I want to be, because you never know, I'm still going to love on people the way that I do. But for people to look at you and be like, oh, you think you this and you, no, that's your opinion. And you need to stop doing that to people. When you see people are overcoming different things, or they not in the hood, they not doing what they was doing, and you still talking, it's like, come on, like, push somebody, give somebody some encouragement, because that matters. So I love people around me that are positive, that are pushing. Man, don't worry about it. You okay? Look, you got that. Tell me what's real. Like, that was bold. Like, that was messed up. Like, don't do. I like real, genuine people around me. And if you want that, you have to be that.
Absolutely.
And so that's what's up.
Absolutely.
So what's unique about Valleygirl hair?
So, well, first of all, like you said before, I've been a staple in Detroit for 9 years. And so I feel like that makes us unique in ourselves because of the fact that we've been here.
Almost a decade.
Yeah, we've been doing this. We've been here.
Wow.
And the other thing is, I feel like that makes us unique is that we stood by this code, which is great customer service. Yeah, we stood by it, and we stood by it for 9 years.
Oh my God, everybody needs that.
Yes.
I'm so tired of black businesses having this, oh, I ain't going to them, they ghetto, or they this, or they that. No, why can't we be the ones that people want to patronize because of good customer service?
Yes. Yeah.
Please,
good customer service, and then we're just not a hair brand. In my Southfield location, we sell swimsuits. We sell all year round because swimsuits is my favorite. And I love to travel.
Yes.
So I sell swimsuits. I sell waist trainers. I sell products in there. So it's like a little beauty supply. So that makes us different too because it's kind of like it can be almost a one-stop shop. And I have even tried to sell jeans and clothes sometimes. Even if I find something cute right now where I'm like, oh, I want to go put this in the store, I'll go put it in the store.
And some people will buy it.
Exactly.
If it's there, they're like, wait a minute, that's cute. And then if you different because you be fly.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, girl, I wish you could stand up and spin around right now.
Right.
But they might not get the full.
They'll be like, what the heck is she got on?
No, they won't. Listen, because different is good. But that's a whole talk in itself. Customer service is important. So I'm glad that is the model for your business. That's amazing. How did you decide where to establish your business, like your building? Because you're here in Southfield. You can let them know where it is, but what made you put it there?
So the story behind that is so crazy. First of all, I was born and raised in Oak Park, Southfield area. I even graduated from Southfield Lathrop, and so Southfield is my heart. And so I have some friends who owns a prom boutique, and they actually brought their own plaza. And I was actually driving by, and they were moving in their store, and I was like, I'm going to stop. I wasn't sleepy. I wasn't tired. Yeah. I think my kids were with their dad or something. But they were moving in, and I was like, I'm going to go stop and say, hey, do they need a helping hand just to get some of their dresses in their store? And so I did, and then they pulled me. They were like, come here. You should move right here.
Wow.
And so I was like,
look at that prompting of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I was like, and then they opened it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's about 1,400 square feet.
Wow.
It was perfect. And they were just like, all you got to do is fix it up. And it was a fix up, but I did it. It was a no-brainer coming to Southfield because Southfield has always been a part of me.
Okay.
So it's where I feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good where you came up at. And it's a nice area.
Yeah, it's right off you can hit the Lodge, Southfield Freeway, 696. All the freeways are near.
Hit them with that address though.
Yeah, so it's at what is it? Okay, because let me think now. Hold on, I got too many addresses going on.
That's a good thing.
Right, 25018 Southfield Road.
25018 Southfield Road.
Yep.
Listen, y'all heard that right. Listen, you can give us a call at 313-855-5737 if you have any questions for Miss Erika. That's 313-855-5737. And the address is 25018 Southfield to her hair boutique. It's a boutique because you got some other stuff in there, right?
Yep.
Listen. So what advice would you give to someone who's trying to become an entrepreneur in this pandemic?
To do something that you are passionate about. There's something that you love, because passion wins at the end of the day.
That's good.
Because if you're doing something just for, like I said, when I started off, even though I was able to succeed in it, but when you're doing something just for money, I've seen 1,000 people fail just trying to copy or replicate or just doing things just to get some money. But if you have that passion behind it and it's something that you really, really love, I feel like you're gonna put your all into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is really good advice for someone who's trying to do their own thing.
Yeah.
She said passion wins.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tweet that.
Yeah, it does. It
passion
does to me.
wins.
Because even when you step into a Valleygirl, and I also have a salon now, a full service salon. But even when you step into there, you feel that I put a lot of work into
effort.
it. And
I've seen
the design.
The
designs that I put into it they're amazing. And so even me just walking into my buildings a lot of times, that just makes me happy.
Yeah. You like,
I'm like, dang.
Me, girl. Look how cute you look.
Yeah.
Live. We live right now. Listen, that's what's I just had to.
Right.
You always have to look like, okay. Yes. So how do you define success? Because a lot of people look at success like, again, you were saying, like having the money or the purse or the car or this and that. You get to move when you move. And I guess everybody's definition of success is different. But how do you define success in this day and time where everybody is very materialistic and they don't really, how do you define it?
So, definitely not by the money or the things that you have. I think right now, even like how you going back to the coronavirus and things like that, I'm just so thankful for the longevity, long I've been around. So like, can you withstand something like what just happened?
Right. And still be floating. That's
and
good.
I did big numbers during the pandemic.
Everybody was going crazy.
They were going crazy. They were going crazy, and I was still at work. Maybe I couldn't have employees there, and I had to pack every bag by myself for my website. But I was there, and I did it by myself. And me and my husband, he would just come and drop me off, and then pick me up, and I would have tons of packages. And we would have to go to the post office. But that's what how long can you do this? How long can you make this last?
Wow.
Is big for me. And then also, how long can you make this last? And then also just,
that's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, okay. So when will be your 10 years?
So April.
A decade.
Yeah.
A decade.
Yeah. In April.
Hair, products, getting us together out here. Wow.
And not only did I do that in the middle of a pandemic, I also started a salon.
You started the salon in the pandemic?
In the pandemic. I opened it up April 2nd this year.
How were you afraid? Like, did you do it afraid?
I was so afraid. And I was even afraid afterwards, after I grand opened it, and I'm like, okay, am I going to be able to get stylists in here? I have 9 stylists in there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Won't he do it? Period, boo.
Yeah.
Listen, that is good. So again, let people know how they can patronize your business. How can they find you so that they can see all this fabulousness that we're talking about?
Yeah, so on Instagram, I'm at Valleygirl Hair, Facebook, Valleygirl Hair Collection. And then, like she said, the address 25018 Southfield Road for Valleygirl Hair Collection. And then, like I said, I have a new full-service salon, the Beauty Mansion. So the Beauty Mansion is at 15411 West 9 Mile Road. So it's right down the street from where we are right now.
Listen.
Yeah, Oak Park.
So you can buy the hair And then go get it put in.
Period. Yeah.
And grab you some stuff while you're there.
Absolutely.
That is amazing. Okay, I just want to commend you on that. And where did the Valleygirl hair name come from?
So everybody always asks me that. So I did go to school in California. I went to college in California. And so I always considered myself a suburban girl. Like, you know, because I grew up in the suburbs. And so then in California, suburban girls are, you know, if you lived in the suburbs, you are called a valley girl.
Oh!
And so, yeah. So that's where the name came from. And yeah, so it was my time that I spent in California is where I developed and became who I really wanted to be, Erika. Yeah.
Valleygirl hair. Listen, if you have any questions for Erika, you can call 313-855-5737. We are winding down our time. Again, that's 313-855-5737. You guys can give us a call. And shout out to WJOD and Podcastic Network, GOD Network, WGOD Network, WGOD Network, and Podcastic. Listen, if you are interested in having your own platform and your own space, hit them up. Miles?
Oh, that's my cue. If you're interested in having your own spot, give us a call at 586-244-8408. That's 586-244-8408.
Okay.
Midnight
he came
love,
with the,
boys.
right. He came with the deep sweat on us. Lord. Listen.
G Swift be like,
Hey, how y'all doing?
Listen, I just want to give a shout out to everyone who is watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. We thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. Again, listen, if you want the good quality hair, this dynamic woman has been in business 9 years. It'll be 10 years in April. That's a decade. So just imagine all of the people she had to come up against. You know what I'm saying? You want to share that story?
God.
You want to share that
if
story?
If you're in Detroit, you definitely know.
I do have a question. Erika, Miss Johnson.
Yes.
When you get weak, where do you go for strength? And you know, I know the Lord.
Right.
I know God.
Right.
I know God have blessed thee.
Okay.
All right. But besides those answers, I really want to know, like, where do you? Because one time I asked before on my show, on my Facebook, where do Superman go to get strength? And everybody like, oh, the Lord. Look at your children. And
you don't want the cliche answer, even though it's real. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
But you just feel like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know, but no one said call me, so that's what made me not.
Okay.
No, tomorrow, you know, like, hey, call me. Like, if you need some help, or you need some, call me. Like, when I see my friend, I'll be like, call me, I got you. You know what I mean? So nobody said call me. So I really want to know.
Like, as an authentic answer.
Yeah. And being real to be in someone's corner. So where do you go to get your strength?
That's good.
So the thing is that I'm always around people, right? So I'm always, you know, somebody's always in my face all the time or on my phone all the time. So what I do is I still own my very first Valleygirl office that I have, and I go there and I will turn off the lights, I'll turn off everything, and I go back to where I began.
Wow.
And I just sit in that office just to get centered.
Okay.
Just to, and I don't know what it reminds me of, or like, I wouldn't let this office go. I have a tenant in there now. She does makeup in there. But for the longest time, for 2 years, it said just nobody.
And
in
you
there.
just kept it.
And I just kept it, and I paid the money to be there,
Yeah.
but it was for me.
Wow.
So I just go there just to I'll sit on the floor, I'll just sit back and reflect and think.
Where you came from?
Yeah.
Are you over there getting misty? Look like you getting a little misty.
Yeah, no. That's definitely where I go. And then, of course, I got the best husband in the world.
Okay, shout out to hubby.
So definitely my biggest, he is my biggest fan for sure. He always tell me, girl, you got it. And
You are my strength.
So coming home to that type of person, and that's good.
huge.
That's good. Yeah.
Did I answer your question, Miles?
No, yes, it did. Of course it did. Because I feel like everybody, since we got the new studios, like they be like, you might as well just move over here. No, sometimes podcasting I go over there for my piece. Mm-hmm. So you never been there. I just go there. I tell people that's my Motown. Like as long as I can have that place, I will have that. And and some days people be expecting me to be here. People be expecting me to be here, but a lot of times I'll be there.
Yeah.
Because they don't expect me to be there, and I go there for my piece.
Absolutely.
That's good.
It humbles you and be like, okay, you could be back here, or you could keep going and get back out there.
Because podcasting is 1/4 of this room.
Right.
Oh, like the whole thing? I mean,
all the podcasting is 1/4 of this room.
Absolutely.
I got you.
And it might be a little bit smaller.
Hold on, without the kitchen?
Huh? Oh, just this room.
Oh, just okay.
1/4. Like if you cut this in half.
Oh.
Right here, and this in half right here. That's podcasting.
See.
So you constantly reminded of your growth. I feel like.
All day, every single day. I am. In every minute of the day.
And it's helping people too.
Yes.
I told you, he using everything God gave him. He do some of everything.
Yeah.
Except for wash cars. No, I'm just.
I do that.
You know what?
I got a new car wash opener.
Right. Are you serious? Stop playing with me. I was really joking.
I used to tell everybody, my thing was I do everything except for boys and men. So
right.
that was
Lord help him, Jesus.
But that's the truth. But at the same time, I just realized whatever God gave me, I'm going to use.
Absolutely.
And that's huge. That goes back to that Deuteronomy 28:12. Just being in your season, knowing when your season is, knowing when it's time to move forward, turn into that butterfly and keep going. That's the just getting afraid of, okay, well, how am I, I've been asked to interview some people that's been around, for a while, and my immediate thing was, what am I, can I ask my own, or what can I do? And, just that whole doubting yourself without knowing that you're doubting yourself, and just be encouraged that, if you ask for opportunities and you ask for this growth and you ask for what you feel like is success, be open that, that God actually hears you and that the door will be open. And if it opens, the Holy Spirit asked me, like, are you prepared for what you're asking for? Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I got a couple more things I need to do and legally, and I got this. And so, are you prepared for what you want?
Yeah.
Wives, you want a husband, but you ready to wash some clothes? You ready to do what you got to do, and you ready to be supportive and selfless? Mm-hmm. It ain't all about you. So, like, are we really ready?
Yeah. So
Yeah, selfless. Mm-hmm. Like, it's really not about you when you get married and we think like, oh, I'm gonna get a husband and he's gonna do all this. And just think about all that's put on a man when we say we want a husband, but you really have to look at yourself. Like, are you ready for what you're asking for? You ready for them children you want? You ready for that car? That car gonna have a bill for the oil change, the tires. Are you ready for that BMW? You like, oh, I want that. But are you ready though? So you really got to ask yourself. Nothing. You can have whatever you want, but are you prepared for it? Are you ready for it? And can you maintain it? That's important. So we're talking about entrepreneurship in this pandemic. And again, I just want to thank you for coming on the show, Erika Johnson. Okay,
Thank you
just
for
to
having
kick
me.
it with us and let us know and to be around for that long, I really do value your words and even sharing it with people. Like, I appreciate that. And, that's coming from a good place. Like, just your whole energy when we first met was like, we already knew each other. Like, hey, girl, hey. We was in Miami.
I still got pictures of you on my phone.
I know, right? You taking the whole video. Listen, she took the whole video from the top to the bottom. Like, girl, I got you. I got everything. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody you ain't got to tell to get the angles.
Right.
You got the angles. She got the angles. And so I pray that you get good people around you, honey, because that's one of the things I pray for, good, genuine people around me. Well, we ain't in no competition because your lane is yours and mine is mine. And what we do, we just do. And we can do it together if you on that level. So, again, I just want to thank you guys for joining us this evening. Meet us here next week at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, meet us here. Guess what? I love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. Okay? I love you. Peace.